How you guys doing? This is another episode of manual swap for the sedan. In this video, I'm going to talk about the pedal assembly, and we're going to attack that and kind of run you down everything you need to know about it. I want to do this video sectioned off, like section by section. That way I can focus more and give you a lot of info, and then you don't have to like watch the whole video for just one part, you know. The pedal assembly first, there is a difference between auto, manual, OBD1 and OBD2. So this is an OBD2 car and it was an auto car, so we can't use the pedal assembly for that. Reason being, since there's no clutch pedal, the brake pedal is longer and it doesn't curve to the side, giving space to this. And also I think the bracket's different. We're gonna find that out in a bit. But this is an OBD1, OBD2 bracket. Everything's on it that you need. As you can see, we have a pedal brake. You can also cut your pedal brake too, make it short if you want to save some money, or you don't have access. As you can see, there are bushings here on each pedal, so this bushing's kind of shot because the other side's non-existent. It's two pieces though, so maybe it's not that bad. And this is the clutch pedal that is right here. These are just extras that I have. They're clips, they're pins, and there's this little bracket that has this spring here. There are switches here. One of it makes your car like turn on basically, because like in case you don't have the clutch in, some cars don't turn on. You can loop that wire, so you might not need this switch right here. I think this is the one for the clutch, so you have to put the clutch in order to be able to turn the car on. So this is what's the job of this switch is. This is brake, right? This is a brake switch here, I think. Not positive on that. And one of these is some other thing. OBD2 bracket, what we need, OBD1 bracket. What's the difference? So where the clutch rests on to the, let me just turn this around. Hopefully I'm not confusing everyone by moving it all around and stuff. This is the part number, OBD2. This is the part number, OBD1. So there's an 8.2 here. This one's a 10.1, at least in our case. But the major difference, which is not a big deal, you can use both. I've installed OBD2 bracket, let's call this bracket, pedal assembly bracket onto the OBD1 car. It works perfect. You can interchangeable basically. So right here, this step goes in. Right here, this goes in, so this thing can rest on it from the other side. But I'm just want to show you. Difference between the OBD1 is there's no like going in. It's just the step that this just like rests on here. Versus OBD2, it goes into that little, I guess, going in like that. This line right here, this is the line that connects into your brake booster, I believe. This is the master cylinder. That's what we need also if it doesn't come with the clutch assembly. I do recommend getting a new one since you're at it. So we have a custom clutch line. This is a clutch line, they call it on websites and stuff. In this one, there's a clip going in, so we are able to use that clip system to have our adapter to adapt to our custom pressed and fit line. Actually, this goes here. This hard line goes into the master. Yes, that's what it is. Sorry, slave. This line still we need it for right here, and this is where it leaks. There's a plastic piece like an elbow. Let me see if I can take this off. You see that elbow moving? That elbow you need to the master. So that's also another item that could leak, so I do recommend changing it out for a new one. Let's get to the question of where this goes. This is the brake booster, and in E36s the brake booster is the same as clutch, so your brake fluid is the same as your clutch fluid. So if your clutch is leaking, you could literally lose brake if it's leaking really bad. So something to know. So this nipple, you just need to cut it and connect that hose that I showed you onto it. So E36 is literally asking to be manual swapped. Here's your chance. Also, as we can see, this hard line is the one that's connected to our custom-made clutch line. So this is a factory clutch line. It's plastic, so you can only take so much. So as you can see, it's cracking, so definitely good to change. And so yeah, so with the setup we have, this hard line that's connected to that black custom-made line is literally gonna just screw into that. This is our slave cylinder. Okay, so this is a transmission that I'm gonna put in the car. Is a ZF. We'll have a full-on video on the ZF transmission as soon as all my parts here. We're gonna do a whole refresh on that, so stay tuned with that. I'm gonna explain all the differences, all the things that's compatible, just like the clutch pedal. All right, let's get to the clutch pedal assembly. You do need Torx bit. All right, everything's cleaned up, ready to be reassembled and put back together. I cleaned it up because I can re-lubricate all these, and this. That needs to be lubricated, and of course these. This is the grease I'm using. I'm gonna grease these up and put them back together nice and slowly because it's fun. Let's put you guys on the tripod and do a time lapse of this. Mocking this up, and the way this mocks up, it's way different than this one. As you can tell, physically impossible for this to go on here because there's a line going there, so it doesn't even line up. But this one just lines up mint, right, while not affecting the line, where the line goes. You can see these are like, they don't go together like this, they go like in that way. And it's really hard. This is why your clutch pedal feels hard. So it's pretty important. Definitely not the right way, but definitely the easiest way, I think. Now this has got to be pushed down somehow. I hope I don't break it. There we go. Don't try this way at home. Take the master out. Take the master out, put this in, and then put the master in. But I just don't want to do that. Don't feel like it. Boom. Maybe some lube or grease in that area. Can you see? In this area. Better, kind of. Boom. So this clutch pedal, when it throws in, it goes like that. And that. I always like to have it in this position if you're not, like, if you're storing it and stuff, because the other position, it might come off. But harder on OBD2s than OBD1s to come off, because that's resting on that little groove there. But yeah, this is all we can do as of right now. Couple Phillips comes out. This is what we were dealing with. So as you can see, those bolts right there need to come off. And we need to put a hole into, is it this one? I don't think it's this one, but let's see. Can't be too, oh, it is this one. This one right here maybe. But we can also go check it from the other side too. So let's take those bolts off. Boom, 1, 2, 3, and the trickiest one, which is not that tricky at all, 4, 5 bolts. Forgot about that one. It's a different size, I think. It's This one's the actual bolt. The other one were nuts. So this should come off, but don't think this comes off right here. That's for your brake. I don't think this comes off right here. That's for your brake. So what you have to do is take the clip out. And you can just do that with a flat screwdriver. Pry this. At this stage, when the clip is out, you try to push this out, but the bracket, this right here, this little guy, this one, hits this right here. So what I think you have to do is take the bracket for the switch out, which could be only one bolt, I think. Where is it? Oh, it's this one. It's this one from the other side, sorry. This one, and this bracket comes out, so that can slide all the way out. That way this thing can slide out. As you can see, it's not letting it to slide out right there. This is what I was talking about right here. This, when it wants to slide out, this pin hits this housing, and it looks like this thing was connected to the brake pedal with this little guy. It's over there, I guess. But yeah, so we can just assemble the pedal assembly as much as we can until we get that hose.